With just 30 days to go for CLAT, I know and I'm sure you guys must be wondering what should be the last steps that we should take in order to succeed in this examination. In this video, I am going to precisely talk about those things that you should be doing in the last 30 days as per my opinion. Hi guys, I'm Ayushi and welcome to Law Digest. So the first thing that I would say is don't do English at all. Why do I say that? English, if you have been preparing, you have done it till now. Now if you are doing legal comprehension, you are doing legal reasoning, your English is automatically getting taken care of. How? Because उसमें आप passages पढ़ रहे हो, you are answering questions on the basis of the passages. However, the tone and tenor of that passage might be from the legal background. It may be something related to constitution, any offense, jurisprudence, but at the same time it is essentially written in English and you are deciphering the meaning from that. So your English gets taken care of through your legal reasoning, so you need not really go into the depth of English. Now coming on to the next part, that is your current affairs. Current affairs is something that you should be revising every day. जितने भी past months का current affairs है, keep revising it every day. You need to keep it in mind even though there be a passage, but however current affairs is something that will require you to have prior knowledge, even though they say that prior knowledge is not required for this examination, but current affairs you need to keep revising. Now for that what you can do is जो आपने notes बनाए हैं उससे अपना revise करो current affairs, and at the same time I would say for the next 30 days, first thing when you get up in the morning, do go for the newspaper, read the newspaper. Even though you are not in the habit of reading newspaper, you should start reading newspaper, because there is a study that says that 21 days के लिए अगर आप continuously कोई काम कर रहे हो, that becomes in your habit. So even if you are not really adaptive to the habit of reading newspaper every day, if you will do it for the next 21 days, it will get in your habit. And exam में remember there will be a lot of passages that you have to read in those 2 hours, so you have to get into that habit of reading more. Though I'm sure when you've been preparing for this exam आपने काफ़ी ज़्यादा reading करी होगी, but then newspapers will really help you. Then the second point, when I talk about reading, it is very important for you to develop focus. Why? Because जब आपके examination में limited time होगा, there will be so many passages, you can't read the same passage again and then answer the questions. You have to try कि one go में ही आपको पूरा passage समझ में आ जाए. You can decipher everything that's given in the passage and you can answer the questions. So for that you need to develop a good focus, and for that what you can do is either meditate, pick up some sport. These are the habits that you should be developing. Do some mental activities that will help you in developing your focus. आप Google पर जाइए, you will find many activities which will tell you that how you can develop focus. Do those things. Then the next thing is speaking of data interpretation, मैथ्स में ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आप बैठ के सारे क्वेश्चंस इस टाइम पे सॉल्व करें. व्हाट इज़ मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट इज़ यू अंडरस्टैंड द अप्रोच ऑफ सॉल्विंग दी क्वेश्चंस. दे विल बी आस्किंग यू डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस, दे विल बी पाई चार्ट्स, बार डायग्राम्स, क्योंकि कॉम्प्रिहेंशन बेस्ड क्वेश्चन पेपर है अगेन. सो यू शुड नो द ट्रिक्स, जैसे यू शुड नो द टेबल्स. आपको पता होने चाहिए 1 to 20 तक टेबल्स. आपको 1 तो खैर क्या ही, 2 से 20 तक you should know all the tables, you should know the squares, you should know the cubes, then you should know the short tricks, division की जो tricks होती हैं, multiplication की जो tricks होती हैं, that without wasting any time how you can solve the questions as soon as possible. If you'll go to Google again, then you'll find many tricks that are available to solve questions easily. You can just go on and type data interpretation tricks and you'll get many articles on it. So pick up 1 or 2 good articles, jot down the tricks, learn the tricks. अब जैसे we know that any number that is given, अगर उसके end में even number है तो it is divisible by 2. Similarly you should know it for all the numbers up till 9. You should know कि ये किस किस से divisible होगा. Then squares and cube roots अगर आपको पता होंगे, squares and cubes, square root and cube root आपको पता होंगे, then also it will get easier for you. कुछ questions ऐसे होते हैं जिनमें you need not pick up pen and paper, you can solve it by looking at the diagram only. Those tricks also you should be aware of. Then coming on to the next part, that is your logical reasoning. Logical reasoning में आपको क्या करना है कि when you are reading passages, you have to pick up passages, you will be reading many passages in the next 30 days. तो आप अपने एंड से ही पहले ही पैसेज में ये समझ लीजिए कि अगर पैसेज में ऑथर का ये ओपिनियन है, पहली बात तो उसका ओपिनियन समझना ज़रूरी है कि ऑथर कहना क्या चाह रहा है. ड्रॉ द इन्फरेंस, ड्रॉ द इंटरप्रिटेशन. एज अ लॉयर दे आर चेकिंग योर स्किल्स कि आपकी इंटरप्रिटेशन स्किल्स क्या हैं, आप कितना इन्फर कर सकते हैं चीज़ों से, बिकॉज एज अ लॉयर यू गोइंग टू रीड मैनी जजमेंट्स. एंड जब आप आर्ग्यूमेंट्स करेंगे तो आपको पता होना चाहिए कि अगर सामने वाले की ये आर्ग्यूमेंट है तो मैं ऐसी क्या आर्ग्यूमेंट दूँ जिससे सामने वाले की आर्ग्यूमेंट वीक हो जाए. तो ये स्किल्स आपको डेवलप करनी है. सो व्हेन यू विल बी रीडिंग अ पैसेज और एनीथिंग, यू हैव टू डेवलप दैट स्किल कि अच्छा पैसेज में ये गिवन है, द ऑथर इज सेइंग कि ऑल कैट्स आर डॉग्स, सो व्हाट आर्ग्यूमेंट शुड आई बी गिविंग कि उसकी आर्ग्यूमेंट वीकन हो जाए या उसकी आर्ग्यूमेंट स्ट्रेंथन हो जाए. सो दीज थिंग्स यू हैव टू बिल्ड अपॉन, यू हैव टू वर्क अपॉन. अगेन इंटरनेट इज़ द गुड सोर्स जहाँ से आप ये सब पढ़ सकते हैं, ये ट्रिक्स पता कर सकते हैं. एंड यू कैन गेट डाउन टू सॉल्विंग क्वेश्चन. स्पीकिंग ऑफ सॉल्विंग क्वेश्चन, मॉक्स आर रियली रियली इंपॉर्टेंट एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. जितने मॉक्स हो सकते हैं ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा मॉक्स दीजिए. हमारी वेबसाइट पर भी मॉक्स अवेलेबल हैं क्लैट के लिए. यू कैन ट्राई एंड गिव दोज मॉक्स एज वेल. मॉक्स से आपका जो फ्लो है, कंटिन्यूटी है, वो बनी रहेंगी एंड यू विल बी एबल टू एनालाइज कि आप कहाँ क्या गड़बड़ कर रहे हैं. Speaking of analyzing mocks, there is another video of mine on how to analyze mocks. Do watch that video. Speaking of videos, there are certain videos that I would want कि आप उनको ज़रूर देखें. एक तो लीगल करंट अफेयर्स प्लेलिस्ट है हमारे चैनल पे, you can watch that. Then there is another playlist called most important happenings. इन से आपको you will be aware कि लीगल फील्ड में एक्चुअली क्या क्या चीज़ें हुई हैं. And the major cases that have happened throughout this year, you will get an idea of those. So अगर passage आता है on those topics, then you will feel that you are pre-informed and you know those things. Then I hope constitution के basics आपने कर लिए होंगे. You've understood what the constitution is. नहीं किए हैं revision series of constitution, you need not get into the answering question bit, but then you can obviously understand the concepts from there. Then another important video is legal reasoning videos. I have certain legal reasoning videos on this channel where I have told that how you should go about reading the passage and solving it. Basically, when you are reading a passage, एक summary per para summary you have to create on the side, that this para speaks of this, this para speaks of this. So you have to create those things on the side, and also then it will help you in सॉल्विंग द क्वेश्चंस में भी आप पहले से अंडरलाइन कर सकते हो कि क्वेश्चन में जो वर्ड्स आ रहे हैं, यू ट्राई टू स्पॉट देम इन द पैसेज. सो देर आर डिफरेंट मेथड्स एंड ट्रिक्स आई हैव डिस्कस्ड देयर. यू कैन वॉच दोज वीडियोज़ टू हेल्प यू विद द लीगल रीजनिंग. Now coming on to another aspect of this examination that you should consider is solving the 2020 paper. उससे पहले के papers जो हैं वो I would not say कि totally irrelevant हैं. The pattern has changed, comprehension based question है, तो अब उसके लिए you just have the 2020 paper. You take that paper as your base, you take that paper as your bible, do that paper again and again, solve that paper. अगर आपको questions में गलती हो रही है, identify where you are going wrong, identify what's the mistake, what is the problem in your interpretation that the answer is getting wrong. So solve that paper, put a timer and solve the whole paper. Then another tip, probably the last tip that I have to share with you, is that prepare a list of important current affairs topics. Throughout the year you have seen बिकॉज फ़ोन बहुत है सबके हाथ में, तो एवरीबडी इज़ अवेयर कि क्या क्या आसपास हो रहा है. प्रिपेयर अ लिस्ट ऑफ टॉपिक्स. फार्मर प्रोटेस्ट है, फार्मर बिल्स हैं, कोविड है. सो ऑल दीज इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स, प्रिपेयर अ लिस्ट ऑफ देम एंड ट्राई टू रीड आर्टिकल्स ऑन देम. ट्राई टू हैव अ बैकग्राउंड ऑफ दीज थिंग्स कि क्या क्या चीज़ें हुई हैं, क्यों हुई हैं, कोर्ट ने क्या बोला है, गवर्नमेंट ने क्या बोला है. इवन दो देयर मे नॉट बी एन एंगल ऑफ द कोर्ट, बट गवर्नमेंट का एंगल है अगर. So pick up those things, pick up those topics, make a list of those topics and try to read as much as you can on those topics. And also while speaking of this particular tip, there was another tip that stuck into my mind is phone. try to stay as much as away from all the distractions that happen through the social media. जो भी social media related आपको distractions होती हैं उनसे आप दूर ही रहिए. CLAT की notification already out हो चुकी है, so there is not anything that you are really going to miss out अगर आप अपना फ़ोन नहीं चेक करेंगे तो. So speaking of notifications, do subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon. Bell icon hit करने से क्या होगा कि कोई अगर important video आ रही है तो you will get to know whether you should watch it or not. Topic आपके फ़ोन पे flash कर जाएगा and probably then you can open your phone. But at the same time I would say कि बहुत ज़्यादा भी do not binge watch on YouTube. Do not do that. Try to develop focus. As I said earlier कि अपना focus develop कीजिए, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा passages पढ़िए, solve कीजिए questions, इंटरनेट पे articles पढ़िए, important जो topics हैं उनको figure out करके, important news को figure out करके read articles on all those things. So this is essentially what I had to share with you guys. In case you have any queries, comments, or you are feeling the jitters of the examination, then you can reach out to me. You can drop in your comments in the comment box below, or you can reach out to me through the various social media platforms that I'm available on.